You see that door just up ahead? Yep, that door right there. There's a trophy attached to this for unlocking it called No Hope in Terminator Resistance on the PS4 and 5. Yet, when I got there, I didn't really think anything of it because, well, the building it's attached to has been completely destroyed, so opening the door is kind of pointless. Yet, I was curious to see what would happen, as was the guy who left this note, who seems to be, well, even more obsessed with it than I am. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. And it's definitely got me wondering just what the hell happens when you open that door. Okay, let's unlock this bad boy and see what's inside. Oh no! Oh fuck no! No, fuck that right off. Keep that door shut. I can't help but think it's a trick and that something bad will happen when I open it. Like maybe all of the video game characters whose games I've been slagging off their trophies from will just be standing there behind waiting for me to give me a piece of their mind. Or maybe it is just a cool little blast from the past kind of Easter egg. Or maybe it's just something weird and fourth wall breaking.
What the fuck?
Either way, I do kind of want to find out what the point of this door is, and if there is actually anything other than the trophy for opening it. So, let's go and find out.
There's one more trophy getting in my way, but it's the worst one of all. I can do it, so this might be where I fall. Yourself. Really hope I don't flop. I gotta make sure I pop that one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
So any long-time fans of the show out there might remember that I used to have good old Arnold Schwarzenegger himself help me out with the bullshit ratings at the end of each episode. Yet after the recent relaunch from episode 101 onwards, I decided to do things a bit differently, which meant acting the movie legend. So I'm kind of thankful that he is not actually waiting for me the other side of this door, pissed off that I essentially fired him. So, in an attempt to offer an olive branch to him before he actually terminates me, I decided to dedicate an entire episode of the show to him, and I think he's kind of happy with that. So here we are then, Terminator Resistance enhanced on the PS5, has a trophy for unlocking a door. Sounds simple, right? Well, actually, it's not that simple, because this is one of the few missable trophies in the game, because you have to actually have your lockpicking skill fully leveled up to the maximum amount in order to be able to open the hardest doors, and of course, this one for the trophy is a hard level door, so you need to have spent 3 skill points on the lockpicking skill tree by the time you get to this level, chapter 11, in Pasadena, to be able to open the door. And when you have other things to level up, such as your health, the amount of damage you can cause to enemies, and the weapons that you can actually carry, there are a lot more exciting things to be spending your skill points on, and you actually have to reach around level 12, I think, in order to be able to purchase the final skill point for lockpicking. So it's not just a case of you having all the skill points saved in order to be able to do it. You'll have to go around and do all of the side missions to get even more XP throughout the game so that you've got enough by the time you get to this chapter of the game. So what this means is basically the average player isn't going to really know about this, and the chances are you'll have missed this trophy by the time you've got to this point in the game, because you'll either have just not done enough side missions to get to the proper level that you need, or maybe you've already spent all of your skill points on all of the other better skills that you can unlock, so that will force you to then do another playthrough, specifically just going for this. Ugh. So thankfully, when I started this game, I did look at the trophy list, so I was aware of this trophy, and I knew that I would have to spend the skill points on the lockpicking skill in order to open it, so I was doing that as I played through the game. However, I was expecting a door to lead to a room. Maybe it was in a building, maybe it was in one of those hub area rooms in the Pasadena bit at the start of the game, and I just naturally assumed you would probably go back to that sort of hub area in the campaign at some point when you went back to Pasadena, so I definitely wasn't expecting it to just be this random door that leads to nowhere because the building is all destroyed. So I just casually walked past it not knowing anything about it. So then by the time I completed that level and then completed the entire game, having not gone back to Pasadena to do it, I realised that, well, I fucked up and I missed out on getting the trophy. So at that point, I was really pissed off because I'd got every other trophy in the game at that point, and the only one I needed was the No Hope trophy for unlocking the door, and I really didn't want to have to start a new campaign again to get the trophy, because that would mean having to do all the side missions to get enough XP and all that crap. So first of all, I decided to try chapter select, and thankfully, because I had been upgrading the lockpick skill, I already had 2 skills spent on it, so I just needed the 3rd one, and luckily enough I was only 1 level away from being at level 12 to be able to purchase the 3rd skill. But it did mean that I had to run around that level, killing enemies, unlocking doors, crafting things, anything I could to build up the XP in order to get to level 12, so then I could finally purchase that skill point and then go unlock the bastard door. It's just, it's a bit of a shitty trophy in my opinion, because you would expect it to at least lead to a room where there's some really cool goodies, but you basically just open the door and other than the trophy, you don't get anything for it. It's like this dumb Easter egg that's just really annoying, because you've probably spent most of your campaign hoarding your skill points because you don't know how many they cost. I assumed that level 1 would cost 1 skill point, maybe level 2 would cost 2, and then level 3 might cost 3 skill points. So I was just hoarding them all just in case, because that's how it works in most games. But in this one, no matter what level it is, it's always 1 skill point, and that caught me off guard. So I had a bit of a harder time going through the game, not upgrading my health and damage and all that sort of stuff, waiting for this thing only to then miss it. And yes, that was my fault, but it's still just a bit of an annoying trophy because, like I said, you don't get anything for doing that, and you can go through the entire game really without having to have the hardest lockpicking skill unlocked. So you can spend it on more fun things, and it was a bit of a frustrating one, to be honest. I didn't really like that about it. On the whole, I just think it's a bit of a pointless trophy and a kind of a wasted trophy in my opinion, because it leads to nothing. All you get is the trophy.
Bullshit.
I just can't help but feel it would have been better if it led to a room where you could get a good gun, or you could get a skill point in there, or just something, a reward for doing it, other than just this Easter egg type trophy, because it was like, ugh, is that it? That was a waste of my time. And when trophies are like that, it just really annoys me because they could have had a better one in its place. Hell, I would have even preferred just leveling up a skill to the maximum as a trophy, or leveling up all the skills to the maximum or something like that. But this one just felt a bit of just, why? Why? And like, it's been a while since I watched the Terminator movies, but I don't think there was anything like that in them to be a joke to tie into the movies. So yeah, it's just a trophy that I just thought, well, that was an annoying one. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my thoughts on this. So I guess all that's left to do is to give the No Hope Trophy and Terminator Resistance a bullshit rating. So for one final time, I'll hand it over to you, Arnie. Thanks again,
Bullshit.
pal.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit!
Oh shit!
Shit!
Shit! Shit! Shit! Bullshit.